worlds collide. A BL story by Adrenaline. Act 1, Part 10. Sketchbook. Brandon stands beside a black VIP-style van in the private bay of the Royal Taipei. Dark clothing, keys not yet in hand, watching the glass doors. They open. Carter comes through, sunglasses on, bag over one shoulder, moving at the unhurried pace of someone who knows where he's going. He sees Brandon and crosses to him directly. He holds out the van keys without ceremony.
Afternoon. Thought this would be more comfortable, less conspicuous.
Brandon takes the keys, says nothing about this, opens the rear door for Carter to get in, closes it, moves to the driver's side. Behind the wheel feels more familiar now. He settles into it immediately. The van rolls through the studio gates. Brandon takes it in through the windshield, the scale of it, the sprawl. People everywhere, moving with purpose, or the performance of it. Period costumes alongside cargo pants and headsets. A woman in a Victorian dress scrolling her phone. 2 men in samurai armor eating from paper plates. Brandon looks, says nothing. Carter watches him take it in.
Lot F. You can see it from here. Down that row, trailers on the left.
Brandon follows the direction, pulls down the lot road. Carter's trailer visible ahead, name on the door. He parks, gets out, opens the rear sliding door.
Next time I'm sitting up front. I'm not doing the back seat again.
Brandon takes that in without comment.
The trailer's open. It's going to be a long shooting day, so make yourself comfortable inside. I'll text when it's time for lunch or wrapping up.
Brandon finds a bench in a shaded stretch between 2 sound stages, sketchbook open on his knee. The scene in front of him, people, costumes, cables, carts, the whole sprawling machinery of it, feeding directly into his hand. But the drawing isn't realistic. Not a record of what's there. The figures are distorted. The structure's warped. The whole thing pulling towards something darker. Chaotic lines, heavy shadows, the feeling of the place more than the fact of it. He sketches for hours, being somewhere else entirely. A shadow falls across the page. Brandon looks up. Carter is standing there blocking the light without meaning to.
You hungry? Lunch is up. Craft services is inside the studio.
Okay.
The spread is generous. Long tables, mostly American options. Some Asian dishes at the far end. People filling plates, finding seats. The volume of a room that has nowhere quiet to be. Brandon moves through it quietly. Fills a plate without deliberating. Finds a spot at a corner table slightly removed from the main floor. He's barely settled when Tao appears, the young PA from the trailer door, and drops into the seat beside him without asking. The easy familiarity of someone who has decided they are going to be friendly and is not particularly interested in whether it's reciprocated. Brandon receives him without moving away. At the far end, a table set apart, Carter already seated. Wong beside him, plate in hand. Angela, the director, across from them both. Wang spots Brandon the moment he sits down.
Looks like your driver is fitting in well.
Is that supposed to mean something?
No, just didn't think that would be your type.
He's not my type. He's just my driver. That's it.
Then, I guess you won't mind if I go introduce myself?
Go right ahead.
He stands, heads in the direction of Brandon and Tao's table. Angela turns in her chair. She notices Brandon immediately. The stillness, the slight distance he keeps even in a room full of people. Something in his eyes even from here. A particular kind of carried weight, old and settled, the kind that doesn't announce itself. She turns back to Carter.
He's very beautiful. You can see it just looking at him. Something fragile in there. Something sad. Be careful, Car.
Carter looks across the room at Brandon, who is now joined by others in the crew. Wong Zan is seated next to Brandon and Tao, along with their co-star Zhao Shili, 24 years old and already on the cover of everything. The table has the easy boisterousness of people who have never once worried about taking up too much space. Tao looks slightly nervous, slightly starstruck. Zhao beams the way he always beams. Warm, genuine, the particular brightness of someone the industry has decided is the boy next door, and who happens to actually be one. Brandon is different. He listens, takes them in, doesn't engage beyond what's required, doesn't move away. Huang Zhan leans in slightly, saying something in Mandarin. Tao laughs. Zhao laughs first. Brandon's expression shifts. Not a smile exactly, but something in that direction. The door cracking open, just slightly. The same quality Carter has been trying to find all week. Carter watches it from across the room, then looks down at the table. The trailer is warm and still, the lot quieter now, the day running long. Brandon is on the couch, eyes closed, one arm across his chest, the other fallen to his side, not deeply asleep, the sleep of someone who learned early to rest wherever and whenever the opportunity appeared. The sketchbook is open on the small table beside him, a drawing facing up, dense, expressive, a figure moving through a city that doesn't exist yet. Carter steps in, sees Brandon immediately, goes still. He looks at him for a moment, the unfamiliar sight of Brandon unguarded, the stillness of his face without the watchfulness in it. Then his eyes move to the sketchbook. He crosses to it carefully, lifts it without disturbing the table, finds the nearest chair and sits, turns the page, then another. The world inside the book opens up slowly, and it's nothing like the man who made it. Figures caught in mid-feeling, structures that breathe, cities that grieve, pages of dense black line work, alongside bursts of something almost frantic, color and motion, and a kind of hunger that has nowhere else to go. Carter turns each page slowly, stays with them. There is real talent here, not potential, not the careful work of someone trying, something fully formed and completely unwitnessed. Brandon's eyes open. Carter is sitting in the chair 2 feet away, sketchbook open in his hands, going through it with the focused attention of someone who has been there a while. Brandon sits up.
Sorry, I wasn't supposed to. I fell asleep. That's not...
It's fine. Looks like you needed it.
Brandon looks at the sketchbook. Something tightens slightly in his expression.
I hope you don't mind. I went through it.
Brandon looks at it. His pages, his private language, the thing he does in the dark at 3 a.m. when no one is watching.
There's nothing to see. I don't mind.
These are incredible. I mean that. The way you draw the structures, the people around them, the feeling in them. You're very talented. You have to know that.
It doesn't pay the bills.
The words land clean and final, not angry, just true, the specific truth of someone who made peace with something a long time ago and doesn't need it reopened. Carter looks at him, holds it a moment, reads the room, understands where the line is. He sets the sketchbook on the table, gently, back the way he found it.
I've got the rest of the night off. We can head out.
I'll bring the car around.
He steps out, sketchbook in hand, then the door closes behind him. Carter sits in the empty trailer, looks at the table where the sketchbook was, the drawings cycling through his mind, all that life, all that feeling, living in a book under a bed in Wanhua, brought out only when no one is supposed to be watching. He sits with that for a moment, then gets up, grabs his jacket, heads out into the evening, Brandon pulls into the private garage, finds the spot, cuts the engine. Carter is in the passenger seat. He moved up front as promised, but the ride was quiet, not the comfortable quiet of the dawn drive. Something tighter than that. Brandon glances at Carter's hands without meaning to. A faint tremor, the knuckles slightly pale. There's a sheen at his temple, too warm for the air-conditioned car. Carter reaches into the back seat, searches, checks again. His jaw tightens.
What are you looking for? I can go find it.
Don't bother. I left it in the trailer.
I can head back. What is it?
A long silence, a heavy exhale. Carter weighing something.
Black bag. I left it in the bathroom.
I'll head back then.
Carter thanks him, then gets out of the car. He moves toward the private entrance without looking back, his gait careful, controlled. Brandon watches him go inside, then puts the car in reverse.